Start with me.
Listen up. Ricci has something he desperately wants to say.
I don't. I just said last night I fancied Might Bite and I got murdered by my colleagues. So Paul's about to tell you is the lay of the week. I still like Might Bite, but Paul's about to rip me a new one. Go on.
Yeah. Might Bite is the lay of the week. Right.
Hang on.
Listen, go on.
Why is Might Bite the lay of the week? Might Bite would have won the Felton by 30 if he'd stood up
but he
in
would
a
have
time
done,
quicker than Thistlecrack. He beat Royal Vacation, who's gone and pissed up since at Cheltenham. How can he be the lay of the week?
First of all, there's one. He's my Scorpion for a start. First of all, he's very, very talented. He's very quirky. He's an absolute guesser at his fences. Right? And his form, his winning form, his good form, Doncaster, Newbury, Kempton, what have they got in common? Flat as a pancake.
He's won at Cheltenham.
He won a 5-runner novice hurdle against 4 really inferior rivals, and he made a right meal out of it. He actually made his chase debut last season, and they put him back over hurdles afterwards. He jumped so fucking badly. So, and then later on last season, he was a hot favourite for a handicap hurdle at Cheltenham, and he finished midfield. Cheltenham is just not his track. You have to take him on.
All right, have to take him on. What are you going to take him on with?
I'm going to take him on with the horse that he was thrashing out of sight at Kempton.
No, that's ridiculous.
No, it's not. Horses improve. And he has improved big time every single start this season. And I saw him, Royal Vacation. I saw him run at Ascot earlier in the year at 2.5 mile, and he looked like he couldn't go to gallop. And I thought to myself then, out and out stayer. But then he runs at the trials meeting at Cheltenham, and he cantered all the way around. I mean, he was literally travelling so well. And he's just a horse that's improving really rapidly. And I'm not convinced that any of these other horses in the race are that good. The only one I'll be scared of, if he comes back, is Alpha des Obeaux, who was second at Thistlecrack last year. That's an RPR 170 over hurdles, and he can jump. But the only thing is, the bleed he had was apparently really, really bad. But I spoke to a couple of our Irish correspondents the other day, and they said that Mouse Morris is really, really keen on him. And
that means a lot, actually. It does. Yeah.
I think the thing about Alpha des Obeaux, and Joe can probably speak to this more than I can speak to this, is that Alpha des Obeaux bled the last day, but he's not a perennial bleeder. That was his first time to bleed. I accept it's bad, but it was still his first time to bleed. So I think it was more likely due to infection rather than him being a perennial bleeder. And I forgive that in a racehorse, so I wouldn't be worried. Mouse Morris is an absolute genius at placing horses for Cheltenham. He's brought horses there over the years and got them placed when they'd no entitled to be even on the boat. This horse was the only horse to go toe-to-toe with Thistlecrack over hurdles last season. He's got an exceptional ability. He's got an exceptional engine. For me, he's the bet in the race. I completely agree with Paul and Might Bite. I think he's the lay of the week. Couldn't have him with stolen money. I think it's very interesting that Nicky confirmed Whisper for the race yesterday. If Might Bite was a genuine 5-2 jolly for this, would you be running Whisper in it? I don't think so. So for me, take on Might Bite and get on the Alpha des Obeaux train and forgive him his last run.
Alpha des Obeaux for Noel. Royal Vacation for Paul. Royal Vacation, Joe, is your horse. Has he got a chance?
Oh, he's definitely got a chance. He's earned his chance, but he was the same over hurdles last year as what he has been over fences this year, and the fact that he's an improver, we'd have been delighted with second indicator star on Boxing Day. But the competition is you have to run X amount of miles and jump X amount of fences. So we got lucky. That was a hell of a performance by Might Bite on that day, but I kind of agree with people. I watched his Doncaster run, which he had to win like he did, but he was guessy. Simple as that. He didn't look. And Nicky and Fitzy as well had talked about it before the race, saying it's the last horse they wanted that to happen to. So I've got questions about him. Alpha des Obeaux's bleed it's not a problem. If you were at our place in the middle of January, you would see horses bleed after they canter to the top of our gallop. Also changing their coats, you get a bit of bug about. They've had their flu jab. Unless they are regular bleeders, it's not a problem. However, sometimes it looks worse than it is, but it does happen, and horses get over it very quickly.
Rich?
Might bite. I'm sticking with might bite. I hear all the flat track stuff, but I'm a might bite fan.
All righty.